Hey golf fans, today we are going back in time to play Sharp Park circa 1932. This is an historic Alister MacKenzie golf design and this one is brought to us by Scottish 67. Let's check out the course settings. As always, I am going to leave everything at default. The fairways are firm, the greens are firm, the green speeds are medium, time of day is dusk and the weather is overcast. Let's check out the tee options. We do have 3 tee options. We will be playing from the blue tees, which are playing 6,581 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. With us going back in time, I better dress accordingly, but really looking forward to playing this course, guys. Like I say, it really is an historic links golf course, but thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. If you haven't already done so, please make sure to smash the subscribe button. Now, obviously, with this being a 1930s golf course, the yardages with the new golf equipment are going to play short, hence why the designer did put in a longer tee box. But there is our opening drive. Tiny fast taking us down the left hand side of the fairway. That's going to leave me nothing more than a gap wedge. I'm just going to apply full backspin and let's see if we can get a pin seeker here. That 5 mph wind is going to turn me from left to right. That's a tiny slope. That will ensure we do land on the right hand side of the flagstick, but this ball should sit down and it's done exactly that. The green speeds are 145, not a huge fan of the slower greens. Very little movement in this opening putt. But it's a good read, and we do kick things off here at Sharp Park Lider with a birdie. Hole number 2 is a par 4, playing extremely short, 279 yards. But I'm just going to fully deal off my driver here. 3-wood certainly not going to get there, and see if we can kick this through the heavy rough and hopefully get a fortunate outcome. Wow, I somehow managed to get the perfect there. Really good swing. I think this ball's going to kick towards the bunker. It's done exactly that. That should leave me nothing more than a splash shot from the bunker. So 13 yards out, not the best of lies here in the sand. So I'm just going to apply full backspin and see if we can get this as close to the pin as possible and hopefully leave myself a tap-in birdie. I've done exactly that. But I do believe that in the 1940s, I think it was 1942 to be exact, there was a storm that hit the course and holes 3 and 7 were washed away by the ocean. So this is one of the holes that were washed away, and sadly no longer the original hole on the course. But fair play to the designer, he must have done a lot of research to get the original data for this golf course. But look at that for views. It's another good tee shot. That has taken us right down the centre of the fairway. But outstanding ocean views down the left hand side of this golf course. My pitching wedge is absolutely made for this yardage. I've just applied a little bit of backspin. I'm going to play the 8 mph wind. It's another perfect. Oh, that ball's coming down quicker than I had hoped. I really did not need that backspin, but that's going to leave me about a 7-foot putt for the birdie here. This has just got a little bit of movement on it. This is turning from right to left. Just going to play this dead weight, and that does drop right in the side pocket of the cup, and we do move to 3 under with 3 consecutive birdies. And hole number 4, the first of the par 3s. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of fade to this 9-iron here. Anything right of the pin should work out well for me.
Oh, wonderfully struck.
It is another perfect. That fade's kicking in superbly. This ball should kick forward and left ever so slightly. So these greens are really receptive. The golf ball is really sitting down well on them. But this is a tough putt from 14 feet out. This is really going to swing from right to left. I've pushed my swing light, and even with that push, the ball misses on the low side. So that is going to be my first par of the round. But really enjoying this old-fashioned or vintage golf course. Obviously, I'm going to expect to shoot well here because I am using updated equipment on an old-fashioned golf course. There is another perfect. Just try to take this left hand side of the fairway on. You do have options here off the tee box there. I think in these mild wind conditions, the majority of the par 4s are going to be nothing more than drives and pitches or drives and wedges, depending on how well I am swinging. But let's see if we can pitch this one close. This ball should spin back towards the pin. I'm really happy with my swing timing so far. This ball should spin. It's loaded with spin. It's actually side spin, the way that ball moved there. And that is going to leave me a 7-foot putt for the birdie. Once again, a fair bit of movement in this.
So far, so good.
But it is another really good read, a good execution. And I do move to 4 under par.
Sitting at 4 under for the round.
So hole number 6, this is another lengthy par 3. I'm just in between clubs here. I'm going to have to go 5-iron, and I'm just going to play a full draw shot, turning this ball from right to left. Try to carry this false front, a typical MacKenzie green here.
Shot's looking good.
That's a baby fast. It's tracking well. Does it have the legs to get up the false front? It's looking good. Oh no, it's going to come all the way back off. I thought for 1 second there we were going to avoid the slope. I was a yard or 2 away from that being a really good shot, but I do have a chip-in opportunity here. It's going to play the break in the green, and hopefully this does have the legs to get up there. That ball did not run out at all, but it is going to be a tap-in par, which I do convert. And we move on to hole number 7. I think this was the second hole that was damaged by the storm. So as you can imagine, it's down by the water. But look at the views in this golf course, guys. It is absolutely stunning. This is something else. The designer has truly done a magnificent job with this. I just love the environment. It really is something special. So that bunker's in play. I'm just going to deal off driver here. Try and take this down the left-hand side of the fairway. Allow the wind to move me back. It's a red fast, so we're definitely going to be missing that bunker now. I'm going to really lose a lot of yardage here. That's probably like using an old-fashioned driver there that the guys used back in the 1930s. But gap wedge is bang on. Just allowing this wind to drift me from left to right. There is a perfect. There's a laser beam perfect. Once again, look at the views out with the course. That ball should be bang on. So really swinging well, especially on my approach shots. And this should be my 5th birdie of the round here. But this course was dubbed by many the poor man's Pebble Beach, and I can see exactly why. So a fantastic start to the round here. We are 5 under through 7 holes on master swing difficulty. This is another tough drive. Water in play here with a very fast. So I'm just going to take this down the centre of the fairway, and hopefully that wind does move me back round. It's another perfect. And this ball really should kick on past the 300-yard mark on these firm fairways. And that is going to leave me nothing more than another pitch shot. Gap wedge is going to be made for this. Just applying a tiny bit of backspin here. And let's see if I can land this one close. But hopefully my outfit, my dress and etiquette is adequate for playing back in the 1930s. This is a tough putt, breaking both ways, but it's really going to turn more left to right than anything else, especially at my feet. It should hold its line. It does hold its line. It's another great read and great putt. I am rewarded with another birdie. But this is such a cool course, and it certainly gives you the impression that you are playing back in the olden days. So this is a short par 5, 558 yards. Oh, there's a red fast. It's going to be playing a lot longer. But the parts of the course certainly remind me of Lido as well. It's another MacKenzie design course. And you can certainly see parts of that bleeding through on this golf course. That's another historic course with lots of history behind it. So driver off the deck, we get the perfect. This should work out really well. This should kick left up onto the dance floor. And this is really going to set me up for an eagle opportunity. What a fantastic recovery shot with driver off the deck there after a poor tee shot. So 20 feet out, uphill putt. This is all about weight and the accuracy of my putt line. It looks like I've nailed both. And that ball drops right into the heart of the cup. And that is a fantastic eagle. That second shot with driver off the deck, really setting that up.
Here we have a par
So
4
8
hole.
under through 9 holes. Hole number 10, split fairways here. I'm just going to play the right hand side of the fairway. And hopefully this wind does move me. It's another perfect swing. The early 1981's World of Golf, my society, will be hosting this course at the end of this week. It will be a 2-round event. If you haven't yet joined the society, please make sure you do. So Sam Wedge should be made for this. Just a little bit of backspin. Anything a little bit left of the pin should be good due to the sculpting on the greens. But that's a red fast wow. Really swung far too quickly there. And this is now a dangerous area. I'm just going to have to rely on my short game here and see if we can scramble for the par. Splash shot is made for this with a little bit of backspin. Came out well. And that is going to set up a simple tap-in par putt, which I do convert.
Alright, let's get to the next.
But this is a really fantastic course to play, guys. Very enjoyable.
Is a par 3 hole.
This is the shortest of the par 3s to date, I do believe. I'm just playing the 7 mile per hour wind, full backspin on the 6 iron. Oh, it's another red fast. That is going to miss the green to the left, I do believe. I have applied a lot of backspin. It just holds and sits down on the green, and that is going to leave me a long putt, 49 feet out, downhill, and this putt's really going to turn from left to right. Got to make sure I don't play this too far. Oh, look at that putt line. I've really pushed that right. That ball's really going to start to turn now. It's going to come up a little bit short. Good effort.
Muscle into that one.
And this should be a straightforward par putt from 3 feet. A little bit of turn. It does turn.
Well done on this
and I'm
one.
pleased with the par there after that approach shot.
Okay, that'll keep you
With the lengthy putt in.
at 8 under
Hole number
for the
12.
round.
Another par 5. Once again, you do have options here. I'm going to take this down the left hand side. This 9 mile per hour wind should hold me up and move me over to the right hand side. It's another red fast. I've just lost my swing timing, especially off the tee box the last few shots.
Well done.
I don't know if we'll reach this
And
green in
we're
2.
around
Yes, we can reach this green in 2. Anything down the left hand side of this green should be perfect here. So 3 wood. Couldn't have hit this much better. The wind is starting to turn that. This should kick right onto the green. And this is going to set up another really good eagle opportunity. That is another fantastic golf shot.
Friendly little bounce and left you on the
It's
green.
left me an uphill putt.
Alright, we're lining this
This
one
is
up
turning both
19
ways, but
feet
it's going to
away.
turn more from right to left than anything. Let's see if we can get another eagle drained here. Oh, I've played that too far. I've just hit it past the break. It did
6
catch
feet to go here.
the edge of the cup there. But I am going to pick up the birdie here. This will move me to 9
Nice
under
work,
par.
birdie.
And the
Number
extra
7.
yardage
Yeah.
I've got with the new golfing
under for the
equipment that
round.
these guys obviously did
13th
not have
hole
back in
coming
the 1930s is really coming to the forefront here. Hole number 13, let's see if I can find the left hand side of this fairway. Wind will bring me back a little bit. It's another red fast. This is going to be lucky if it does kick back into the short stuff here. It has done. I've lost a lot of yardage though with that red
About
fast.
100 yards out.
I really have lost my swing timing with the driver. Big gap wedge, a little bit of loft, full backspin, play the wind. It should be bang on yardage. It's another perfect. It's tracking well, and with the backspin it should sit down almost instantly. Oh wow, I've really generated a lot of spin there, and that has found that typical Alister MacKenzie slope in the green, and we've actually worked our way all the way off the green there. That's just unlucky. But that should drop for the bird. Oh wow, it's came up short. 93% power. I just needed 94 and that ball would have dropped in for the birdie. Really unfortunate not to get the birdie there.
Good luck here on this par 3.
I think the spin at times is just a little bit random whether or not it generates or kicks in. Pitch and wedge with full topspin should be made for this pin here with this 7-mile-per-hour wind behind me. We do get the perfect. This has got a lot of topspin. Is it going to run up the slope though? Keep going, ball. Keep going, ball. That really is a good golf shot.
Decent approach there.
I was just in between clubs there.
Here's what you're looking at for birdie.
Once again, it's a tricky putt from 14 feet out. This ball is really going to turn from right to left, especially the first 6 feet, and hopefully straighten out. Oh, it's just going to miss on the low side. We had the weight. Just didn't read the break at my feet as well as we could have there. So I do remain only 1 under par through the back 9. The course certainly is biting back at the moment.
This one up on the 15th hole.
Hole number 15. With this wind behind us, this should be nothing more than a flop shot with a good drive. But it's another red fast. I cannot seem to hit anything other than a red fast at the moment off the tee box. So that has really made life a lot more difficult for myself here. Let's see if we can save this with a gap wedge pitch. Full backspin. Playing the wind and the slope at my feet. And hopefully the yardage is good. It's a baby fast, but this ball should sit down almost instantly. And that is a fantastic recovery shot.
This would be nice to get for
Quite a
birdie.
difficult green this. A lot of break on it. But I do
there
pick
for
up my
your
second birdie
bird on
off the
deck.
back 9. And I move to double digits
And your
under
score
par.
sits at 10 under
Hole number
par at the
16.
moment.
It's another
Stepping
short
on
par
to a
4.
par
Water
4
hazards
hole
either
on this
side
one.
of the fairway here. So I'm just going to fully deal off driver. Try and take this down the centre off the fairway. And that should set up a wedge into the green. Tiny slow, far better swing timing off that tee shot there. That ball is going to run out. It is taking me over to the right hand side of the fairway with that slight slope.
And this one's about 120.
With that 7-mile-per-hour wind, I think we're just going to have to go pitch and wedge. Full backspin. This 8-mile-per-hour wind will hold me up and move me from left to right. Oh, it's a baby fast. And look at the punishment there. The wind not taking me back in whatsoever. And we have failed to land that on the dance floor. And this is going to be a nasty chip from the heavy rough. I'm just going to play Sam Wedge with full topspin and see if we can walk away with a par. If this drops, it's a bonus for the birdie. I do get a perfect, but that didn't come out well at all despite the topspin.
Lining up a 6-foot putt.
Certainly no gimme either from 6 feet. These slower greens really do
Looking pretty good.
exaggerate when it comes to the breaks, but it's another solid par. Bogey-free Rhine so far. Hole number 17 is going to be the final par 5 off the Rhine, playing 499 yards, but the fairway is divided by this little creek, and I'm just going to have to fully deal off driver here. We'll probably hit a red fast anyway. I have done. Fortunately, that is going to find the left-hand side of the fairway. I think I should still comfortably reach this green in 2.
Okay, you've got about 220 yards to go.
4 hybrid with a little bit of backspin should be made for this. I'm just trying to land this short of the green and let it kick up left towards the pin. Oh, it's a baby slow. This ball should still kick left. Got no idea if it will get near the flagstick though. Tell you what a bounce that is. This is tracking all the way to the slope. Despite that slight slow, that is a real lucky outcome because it's not the shot I played.
4 feet left.
But it has guaranteed me my second eagle off the Rhine, which I do convert from 4 feet. And I do move to 12 under par.
That hole, currently 12 under par.
So modern age technology just proven far too good for this old historic golf course. Hooray, we do finish with a perfect off the tee box. Absolute typical. Just sums this game up sometimes. But I have thoroughly enjoyed this round of golf, guys. It is certainly a golf course you want to go out there and play an experience for yourself. Pitch and wedge is made for this. Don't need to touch it. Just play in the wind. There's another perfect. That ball's tracking well. And this should sit down right next to the flagstick, which it's done. And that should set me up with another birdie opportunity from about 5 feet out, 6 feet out.
To the cup.
A little bit of movement right to left. Just playing his dead weight. It does turn and I do manage to shoot a 13 under par here at this Alister MacKenzie designed golf course, Sharp Park. But that is it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like. If you are new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.
So, see you next time.